This video will be covering the basics of what you need to begin your cat's training, the first steps of training, and the first trick, which today we will be teaching the sit. Now, this may seem like a pretty useless trick, however it is fun that when your friends come over you can call your cat to you, say sit, and your cat does it. Most people don't expect a cat to be able to do that. The first thing you will need before you even touch your cat is going to be a place to work. This needs to be somewhere free of distractions, somewhere where people aren't going to barge in, other animals aren't going to be there, somewhere that your cat isn't going to see something out of the corner of its eye and run off. I have a closed-off room in the back of my house where nothing is going to distract Cherie, my cat, from the training. Once you have your place selected, you're going to need to get together a few items before actually bringing your cat in. The first of these is obviously going to be your motivator. This can be a toy or treats. For treats, you can use either regular store-bought treats, which most cat people own. I own a lot of these. You can use their general kibble. You can use bits and pieces of fish or chicken, whatever is going to get your cat to pay attention, whatever your cat really wants. My cat in particular loves laser toys. However, I found that they serve as too much of a distraction, and she forgets that we're doing training and she thinks it's just playtime. The second thing you're going to need is going to be your target. Now, a target is basically what you're going to use to direct your cat to places. This comes in handy with the first couple steps of teaching your cat to follow or come. You can use a stick, you can use a pencil, you can use your hand. I prefer to use my hand simply because I can hold the treat in my fingers. When the cat goes to my hand, they get the treat. There's no delay in between it. The third thing you will need, which is actually optional, is going to be a clicker. I don't have a clicker today, but what the clicker serves as is a communicator to your cat. Rather than saying, "Good kitty, treat," you click, treat. It's a much easier way of communicating with the animal. However, the clicker is not necessary and is merely a simplifier, and cats don't really care about you saying good cat or bad cat anyway. As a little preface, I should probably mention that you cannot scold a cat. Trust me, I have tried. It doesn't work. You will have to go completely with positive reinforcement, which can be difficult. Which is why having the clicker can be helpful, because you don't scold in clicker training, you simply reinforce every positive action. So now that you have your place and all of your tools of the trade, let me introduce you to the cat that I'll be working with today. This is Cherie. She is my baby. She already knows the trick we're training today, which will make things a little easier and run a little faster, simply because it can take weeks to actually train a cat in something. Ow. Ow! She's not very nice. So now that you have your area selected and all of your tools of the trade laid out, let me show you the first steps of training. The first steps aren't going to teach your cat anything cool. What you are going to learn is how to communicate with your cat. The first is simply going to be how they know that click means treat, or whatever you choose to say. You can say, "Good kitty," and give them a treat. You can say their name. You can say whatever you choose. I'm going to click with my mouth to let her know that it's a good choice. And immediately give a treat. The cat doesn't have to do anything at this point to earn a treat. You just want them, you dropped it, honey, to associate that sound with a treat. So they know that they did it right and the reward is coming. So as you can see, Cherie is already pretty aware of that. The next step is going to be follow a target. Let's say you have a stick or an actual target. What you do with a target is point. The cat goes to it, you click, and give them their reward. That way they learn to follow this anywhere. That's how you will train a come if you so choose. So you can see that Cherie's gone down there. To call her back, she knows my hand is a target. I tap, and she comes. You can do that to anywhere. I can tell her to go over there or over there simply by pointing my finger. Once your cat understands that, Everything else is pretty simple. Now that your cat understands the target, you can start to train the sit. Now be warned that your cat's not going to get it the first time, or the first 20 times, maybe for the first week. It takes forever. Make sure your cat is settled. Don't want them sitting, obviously. That defeats the purpose. And what you're going to do is lift this above their head. So, if you saw that, it works like a teeter-totter. Don't jump down, honey. If their head goes up, which is what you're doing by this, their butt goes down. Once your cat will respond to the movement, start working with the voice command. Shri, Shri, sit. It will take a lot longer. Just show it to you again. Shri, sit. Good girl. And that's all there is to it. Now repeat, 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 until finally your cat gets it. Remember that Shri has been working on this since last year. She's been working on it almost a year and she's still not perfect. So take the time and you can teach your cat anything.